Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today I'm once again answering some of your questions, like what do I think was the best watch release of 2021, my opinions on the new Rolex Explorer 36mm, and of course, what was the third question? Of course, am I getting another Grand Seiko? All that and more in today's video. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing my H. Moser Pioneer with the cosmic green dial on a Moser Kudu strap. My sportier dressier sports watch. Absolutely love it. And also, guys, don't forget to check out delraywatch.com. We just got in a very rare and very in-demand MB&F Mad 1. Super hard to find and now available. Actually, a very cool watch. We have the newly released Omega Speedmaster Chronoscope with the white and blue dial. The most handsome dial variation in my opinion. And a limited edition Breitling Super Ocean Heritage with the green dial. Also my favorite iteration of this watch. All that and more at delraywatch.com. The best place to buy a pre-owned watch. Now guys, you asked these questions on my Instagram account at Federico Talks Watches. When you see the Q&A picture pop up, feel free to ask your question. Please do not DM me, I do not check them. These are some of your questions. If you see me staring down, not trying to be rude, just reading them out for you. The first question is from Duke JJZ. How's the 911 Targa doing? Any regrets trading into Ferrari? I love the 911 Targa. It's faster, it's more reliable, it's a ton of fun to drive. I love it. Do I regret trading in the Ferrari? No, not at all. But I do miss a little bit of the emotion that it brought. This will not be the last Ferrari I own. That much I can guarantee. Brandon Rogers 223. Hey Fed, I really respect your opinion. Thank you. I'm interested in picking up the new 36mm Explorer reference 124270. Its market price isn't much more than retail, and I think it's a hell of a watch, with the history and the new 3230 movement. What's your opinion on it? I think it's probably one of my favorite modern Rolex releases. They remade the 36mm Explorer, a watch that I love and that I wish I could wear, maybe if I lose a few more pounds, and they just updated it with the modern technology and a much better bracelet. I think the price hasn't necessarily caught up yet because 36mm is probably still considered a little small in today's market, but I think it's a fantastic watch. And if you can pull it off, I know if I could pull it off, I would. And I think you should too. Ante808. Hey Fed, great job with the channel. Thank you, brother. I'm thinking about getting a classic Panerai radio mirror. Which one do you choose? New or used, doesn't matter. Ante, when I think Panerai radio mirror, I think of my times as a Panerai fanatic around 2008, 2009. The one that comes to mind is the PAM 183 Black Seal. I love the sandwich dial, the 45mm wire lug case, and a 6497 manual wind, the tan calf strap. This to me is the Panerai radio mirror. I absolutely adore it, and that would be my pick. Watch collecting couple. Favorite release of 2021? You know, 2021 wasn't a year that I consider super strong for releases. And I'm not really complaining, with the whole COVID thing and everything. But as I was looking through the list of released watches today, one that stuck out to me is the Montblanc Perpetual Calendar GMT. God, I found it so handsome. I love the GMT. It's a great complication. I love the Perpetual Calendar, that copper dial, the rose gold, Montblanc, a brand that's really up and coming, and I'm sure you can get this for a steal on the secondary market. I probably wouldn't have picked this watch in a strong release here, but in 2021, that is probably my favorite release. Hey Fed, still loving your content. Are you any closer to giving Grand Seiko another go and adding one to your collection again? From Alex ALXM2113. Yes, I really, really want to. I'm dying to add a Grand Seiko to my collection, but there's none that grabs me immediately. If I can find a slightly more elegant Grand Seiko on a bracelet with a GMT and without the spring drive, I'd go for it. Maybe like the cream dial GMT on a strap now, but with the bracelet option and a slightly different shaped case that's not only made for straps, really. Like, if I could go, I don't know, just a standard Grand Seiko with an interesting dial and a GMT and automatic. That, if I could find one like that that kind of pulled at my heartstrings, I'd buy it immediately. I'm looking for an excuse to buy a Grand Seiko, and while they have some great watches right now, nothing that really grabs me to buy one. But I'm sure that'll change soon. And Randy Sant. Hey Fed, your channel is one of the best. Always frank and candid. Thank you, Randy. I really try and cut out the bullshit. Thoughts on the Louis Erard Petite Seconds Terracotta? Louis Erard, a brand that has made huge leaps and bounds, particularly with their collaboration with Vianney Halter that no one saw coming at all. They released the Petite Second Terracotta, which is a beautiful dial, a beautiful case, fairly priced. You know, my only problem with Louis Erard, anytime I see one, is just the total lack of finishing on the movement apart from the custom rotor. I mean, it's a Salida SW200 or a 2824, but it's just so darn ugly. They do literally nothing to it but swap out the rotor, at least from what I can see. And while I love, the front of the watch and I like the case, I refuse to buy something that is just so fugly when you turn it around. Either put a solid case back on it or decorate the darn movement. And Louis Erard, if you did one of those two things, I'd be a customer by now. But as of right now, something so beautiful in the front shouldn't make me so queasy when I look at the back. And, it's a darn shame. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really does help. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more content. And of course, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.